welcome to our second hour here on World Crisis Radio. And I'm just looking at my supermarket tabloid, my favorite supermarket tabloid, The Globe. And here we have on the front page, the cover story, bombshell new evidence. Obama was not born in the U.S. Presidency is illegal. No birth certificate. Government official tells all. And inside here we get the story from Timothy Adams, former official of the government of the state of Hawaii. And the story is, he says, I had direct access to the Social Security database, the national crime computer, the state driver's license information, international passport information, basically just about anything you can imagine to get someone's identity. There is no birth certificate. I was informed by my boss that we did not have Obama's birth record, and we've got this fake certification of live birth, which is labeled a forgery. So I'd like to get a comment on this from the person who was most responsible for raising this issue, and that's Phil Berg of Philadelphia, who has been leading the charge since August of 2008. So if Phil is with me, welcome, Phil.
My pleasure to be on with you. Yeah, there's just more and more evidence, concrete evidence, that Obama is an imposter, a phony, a fraud, the biggest hoax against the United States of America in over 234 years. And it's outrageous that the national media still won't pick up the story. It's outrageous that the members of Congress are violating their duty and their responsibility, because their oath is also to uphold the Constitution. And I don't know. One of these days, someone's going to break loose on this. I don't know what more evidence we need out there. It's just totally outrageous. And Obama continues his merry path of trying to destroy this country, sending us, he has done more damage to this country in the past year and a half than any other president in our history, according in my belief. I'm not sure if you can, I think, agree with me on that, but it's just outrageous.
There's always James Buchanan, although much of that came at the end.
With who? Well, it's just outrageous what he's done in such a short period of time. Now there's more and more people are realizing that Obamacare does not fulfill the requirements, meet the requirements that they said it would. It's aside from being unconstitutional, which is major, all the many attributes of the bill which they thought were there are not there. And it's costing companies money, and it's costing individuals. It's just outrageous what he has done, and he's on a path to destroy this country. And the best way, whether you are an individual with issues, whether you're a member of the Tea Party, whatever you are a member of, you must join my efforts, because when we can remove him because he's a usurper, everything he has passed will become void. Everything he's doing is voidable because he's an imposter. He's a fraud. This is outrageous what is going on. The economy is horrible, but he'll tell you how they've created jobs. They haven't created any. I think they've lost like 7 million jobs or something like that. And it affects everyone out there. Unfortunately, we don't have a date for our march yet, but I think as each one of these things keep going, we're going to have a bigger march. Just working on it because people...
Some listeners have asked me, what is the difficulty? Because it really would be time. If you're planning something in September, we would need to sort of get the permits.
Well, I'm working on that. Hopefully by next week we'll have it. Held up because other people were helping me, and I mentioned Gary last week who had some surgery. He was helping me with this, and he's still in the hospital intensive care. So I'm doing certain things myself at this point. Hopefully by next week we'll have a firm date so we can spread the word and get people in tune, to look at the end of the summer when their vacations are ending and school's beginning to come to Washington for the largest march ever, to hopefully put pressure on Obama, and hopefully the national media will cover it if we have the largest march in Washington, D.C. history. And I think we must. I think the American public is getting tired of Obama at this point, but we have to get the message out there. Don't be tired of him just because what he's doing. Be outraged because of what he's doing, because he knows that he was not born here, and this is a big fraud. I'm not sure if George Soros is behind it. Whoever's behind it, it's fraud. It's wrong for our country. We're the laughing stock of the world, and we'll get all the everything in order for the march. I'm going to work on that diligently next week, and we need to then spread the word.
You might want to think about October, so you'd have some impact on the congressional election, or late September, because you really need a couple of months for this kind of. I think about 2 months lead time would be minimum.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's a consideration we're giving it to right now. So we're working on that, and then we need everyone out there continue to watch our website. Sorry, we've been down a little bit, not a lot of new information, but ObamaCrimes.com, ObamaCrimes.com is the place to go, the place to find out correct information. And I think that more and more people, we're right now calling it, unless we change the name of it, the Obama birth certificate eligibility Obamacare March. Now, eligibility, again, is the critical issue here. Even if he was born in Hawaii, which he wasn't, he would have lost his citizenship when his parents divorced, his mother remarried, and he went to Indonesia, where he was adopted or acknowledged by his stepfather, and we have the records indicating there his name is Barry Sotoro. And we believe that he came back to the United States without going through immigration. Also, there's no evidence that he ever legally changed his name, so therefore his name is Barry Sotoro. And therefore, every time he assigned his name as Barack Hussein Obama, it's a fraud. It's a phony, just like he is. So we have to, that's the message to people we have to get out there, because, and as I mentioned to you before, the great example is Haiti. Children being adopted from Haiti sever all relationships from Haiti and take on the family's name here in the United States. Well, same thing. When Obama went to Indonesia, he would have severed all relationships with the United States, and he would have taken on the family name, which he did, Barry Sotoro. So the overwhelming evidence, along with this Tim Adams breakthrough, which is significant, he reported several weeks ago. It's now on the front page, like you mentioned, of Globe magazine. And these are hard facts. These are facts that they can't dispute. Tim Adams has been acknowledged that he did work. The Hawaiian officials acknowledged that he did work there. We have more and more evidence here that Obama was foreign-born. That's the only thing they have produced is a newspaper announcement in 2 papers saying he was born, and also this phony documentation, certification of live birth, which has been disproven by experts already. Many times, and I'll say it again here, Obama, if I'm wrong, show us the documentation that you're natural born, and I'll go away.
Right.
Webster, he can't do it.
Absolutely, and if he could do it, he would have done it already, because the political damage has been significant. Well, we really look forward to that, and the quicker we get a concrete date, the more we can focus our efforts on it, because there's a broad spectrum of people, right? There's a whole series of ideological positions that can easily unite around this one rather simple thing. If you care about the Constitution, you have to care about this. If you care about having a president who's blackmailable by Wall Street so that he aborts the financial regulation bill and gives the fat cats at Goldman Sachs everything they want, then that's another reason to be concerned. And a lot of us are really worried about this lame duck session that's looking really, really ugly. So it's good to get him at least on the defensive before that.
Absolutely, and we have to really have people together on this, and if we can put a pressure on, and then we could, you're right, the closer we get to November elections, we can really put the pressure on the Congress to get on to Obama, if not force everyone out of office, and that can be done. The American public standing firm in a peaceful revolution can change the whole Congress. Everyone could. The message really should be is throw everyone out of Washington, because most of them down there care about 2 things: raising as much money as they can and getting reelected, and they really could care less about you and I. And that's not what this country's about.
All right, Bill, thank you very much. We hope to hear from you next week, and we're looking forward to getting that concrete, specific date and the permit.
Very good.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. We'll be back in a second.